Hello friends, how are you all? Hope you are doing great at various aspects of your lives. Welcome to another book review podcast by Team ThinkerViews. Since a few years, the youth of India specifically has started following the entrepreneurial path with more confidence. Of course, the root of entrepreneurship are there since the millennia. As we can see its reflection in fables and folklores also. The changing environment, the access to the information compendium, the communication advancements, and inspirational success stories witnessed in the recent times have significantly given a push to this momentum, for sure. From Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, and others' journeys, enthusiasts learned a lot. And now we have our own success stories like that of Infosys and others. The COVID-19 pandemic affected positively to many business arenas, and some entrepreneurs took its full advantage. The success stories came out recently includes the rise of Zerodha, Byju, and others. In the same context, in food delivery market, the success of Zomato and Swiggy amongst others is eye-catching. Do you know that Zomato started as a side hustle? And now Zomato and Swiggy owns a large part of food delivery market in India. So visiting Zomato's journey would not only be inspiration but also guiding lessons for entrepreneurs, wannabe entrepreneurs and others, right? With the same vision, when we came across a series of books about Indian unicorns by Abhish B, available on Kindle Unlimited to read for free, we have decided to read them all and share our unbiased book reviews for the same with our readers. In the description below, I will be adding quick links to our reviews for the books in this book series. Actually, the book series tries to cover a wide spectrum. You can consider Byju as an edtech company and Zerodha a fintech company. In that sense, Zomato can be considered as a food tech company. So now you could have already guessed. Today we are going to talk about the book exploring the successful journey of Zomato. You do believe in the saying, don't judge a book by its cover, right? We do. At the same time, we acknowledge the influence of a book cover on purchase and read decisions. Being a short biography of Zomato founder Dipinder Goyal, this book is expected to show him on the cover page. And like all the other books in the series, this book also follows the same pattern. Interestingly, the cover page reflects the red color theme used by Zomato in its logo. In the background, you see Zomato delivery bag. I can consider it as a moderately good and thoughtful cover page, which could have been even more attractive. Usually, we talk about a book in two distinguished segments, dedicated to the book story and our views for the same, respectively. Based on the genre of this book, let us merge both these segments together. Of course, there always is a team behind a successful big venture, but it is the founder who dreamed of it and has worked his best to give it a form. This is the story of Dipinder Goyal, the founder and CEO of Zomato. The book also elaborates how he met Kanchan Joshi, his future wife, and how important role his friends like Pankaj and others played in this journey. There are so many unknown things about Zomato we came to know through this book. The most important two lessons, according to me, are keep your money earning channel alive and work on your entrepreneurial journey as a side hustle, if possible. Keep in touch with the technology and try to visualize the upcoming wave the business are going to follow. In the same context, the author mentions and necessity of a plan B in life. He did not quit his regular job at Bain but worked on his side hustle rigorously during the weekends for over a year and a half. This is a very important lesson according to me, because as often driven by the success stories of many startup entrepreneurs hurriedly leave their job and invest all their efforts, time and resources behind the idea that fascinate them. There is nothing wrong in that as far as you have a backup plan. In addition to introduce us to his family, the book also talks about his family background. The book also reaffirms the fact that there is no connection between traditional education system that is implemented to produce the clerks and officers for government job primarily and the business sense. Here are some lines from the book in the same context. Dipinder was born into humble family of Harbans Lal Goyal on 26 January 1983. He was an average student at school and had even failed the internal annual school examinations in the 6th standard. Dipinder did not even know what the Indian Institute of Technology were until he had completed his 10th grade at school. Of course, it doesn't mean that one should avoid studying. It means you need to look beyond that and not considering it as the only parameter for your professional journey. To make sure why visiting this journey is important or what kind of important lessons it must have contained, the author says, started in 2008 with scanned menu card pictures posted online. Zomato is now a Gurgaon-based unicorn valued at over $6.5 billion, the largest food tech company in India. While brushing up your skills and arming yourself with the knowledge, you need to keep an eye on the changing market environments also. It is mentioned in the book as Domino's Pizza order in service were newly available in the Indian market. The process was somewhat cumbersome. One had to call the helpline and verbally place an order. Find what they are doing right and figure out what they are doing wrong, or what could have been done in a better manner. Of course, you may fail during the journey, and that is okay. In other words, expect failures at initial stages, as you are learning at many fronts of the business. It is all about never giving up on finding the mistakes you are doing and rectifying them. Quoting from the book, however, the venture did not take off at all. Dipinder figured that it was too early for the market at the time. People were still mostly on desktops and were not ready or comfortable with online interactions. Also remember, initial steps may be smaller and noteworthy when you look at them later, but at the point in time when they are taken, they are the most important actions. For example, the first professional restaurant menu that Dipinder and Pankaj uploaded onto their site was that of House Khas in Delhi. The site, which was initially named Foodlet, was later changed to foodbay.com in 2008 to want.com tag. You will get some interesting lesser known information while reading the book, like the company used to be called Foodie. Obviously, you will find details about how and when the company started getting funds, how he finalized the brand, website, name and more. First funding in 2010 and were navigating various legal discussions, it was pointed out by one of the lawyers that the last 4 letters of the company name stood as eBay, which might invite a lawsuit later down the line, although Dipinder was, and it continues. Another quote, so Goyal and his partner went on to an online market selling website names and picked out 2 options, Zomato for $10,000 and Forkwise for just $5. It is another example of having multiple options open and available for your future, because you may have the clarity of what you want to achieve. But as a big picture, eventually when you cross one step, you may get the idea about the next possible step, and so on. And the book mentions it very clearly. Quoting again from the book, Dipinder admits that neither he nor his team has complete clarity about where they were headed. It was just about putting one foot ahead of the other and gradually figuring things out on the fly. When the company grows, you need to make sure that all the employees follow a specific work ethic pattern called work culture. I found other successful businessmen like Mr. Harsh Mariwala also talked about the same in their books and conversations. When you are a small team, the things would be mutual and obvious, but when you grow, you have to retain it in a specific way. Another important lesson for anyone who wants to do a business is communication is vital in keeping the clientele engaged on the platform and across social media as well. And if you think the success for food delivery market is comparatively easy, remember in India, we always prefer home cooked food. It is always the most reliable and healthiest option. The culinary system around the country is a confirmation of the same. Of course, since a few years with growth of nuclear families, working couples and influence of Western culture, the things are changed. But to give it an emotional Indian touch is also required. The company brilliantly did it through the following wordplay to disrupt Indian market. The common sentiment of ghar ka khana is inexorably moving towards ghar baithe khana, food cooked at home versus food eaten at home. The book talks about many hurdles and challenges the company has faced during the journey and even after achieving commercial success. Running a business comprised of facing a few challenges on regular basis, if not daily. Another important challenge is prevent the company from being acquired by other business giants. For Zomato, it is not a big challenge as of now. Zomato and Swiggy together make up over 90% of the market share in India, leaving minimal scope for acquisitions there. Of course, there are many more aspects of the journey, attributes of the book, and lessons to be learned from the same. But talking about them would be full of spoilers. I think the quotes which are mentioned till now are sufficient to give you a glimpse of the book. You can now decide the quality of writing in it and what to expect from it in terms of content as well. If you like such books and want to read something inspirational and more importantly want to work hard on your idea by implementing these lessons, this book is for you. Overall, an interesting and inspirational short ebook. Business enthusiasts will find it interesting for sure. If you are already a Kindle Unlimited subscriber, you should definitely go for it. I would give it around 7.5 stars out of 10 from Team ThinkerViews. So, have you already read the book? Are you planning to read it? What do you think about this book review? Do you find it helpful in deciding whether to go for the book or not? Please do share your genuine remarks via comments below. If you have enjoyed listening to the review, please hit the like button and do not forget to share it with your friends and other fellows whom you think such reviews interest more. Till we meet with our next podcast, bye bye, take care, namaskar.